how to play a vampire.
I have no time in between. You're lucky that you've got a little bit of like head clearing time in between your movie and Breaking Dawn. I don't. I think I literally have like 3 days. I'm glad we have long rehearsal. Hey, did you eat dinner yet?
Such a good daughter.
No, not really.
Did you eat dinner yet? Pop?
Kid Riley Beers disappeared over a year.
Is that a picture of Xavier? It's like really out of focus. I can't see what it is. It?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh, it's really out of focus, right? Jeez.
Well, I wouldn't. If it were you. Not ever.
I have to figure out what to tell people.
Bella is in a bit of a conundrum right now. What are you going to say?
No, nothing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Why I won't visit.
I've lost my train of thought. This bed is so tiny, and it's very bouncy, and it's very annoying. Every time, like, my feet are hanging out the end and stuff.
In fact, they took didn't they, like, chop off the end of it because of that?
Yeah.
Like, a while ago?
Yeah. What does that say underneath? Rant and...
Be honest with me. There's more.
I know the consequences of the choice.
Oh, boy.
What's the tagline of the movie? Choices. I think it's, I know the consequences and choices.
I know the consequences. Choices.
I don't.
I was explaining this to Sam. I was like, well, you see. And his question was why. He was like, so they don't do anything before they're married, right? I was like, yeah, no, they don't. Because, you know, he's very old-fashioned, da-da-da. His ideas about the afterlife are different to hers, and, like, his beliefs about souls, and I felt like I was at a press junket. It was funny, though. He was really into it.
Why does everyone question all that stuff so much? It's so weird.
I know.
It's like, who cares? Why do you care if these two kids have sex?
I know, it is weird. It's really weird.
So bizarre. It's not promoting it or anything. It's a personal story between two people. They're not going around telling everyone else not to have sex.
No, and it's a really balanced way of, like, exploring that question. She's on the completely other side of it. People like to focus on the negative, Rob.
Seeing that reflection, have you ever gone to, like, the bottom of a swimming pool and just looked up at the top?
Yeah.
Very scary.
I think it's really cool.
Do. Again, Taylor did want to be here, but he has better stuff to do. He's working out right now.
Shut up, God, you...
Smoother.
What are you laughing at?
I love how the first thing I heard in like the last 6 minutes of the film is like, smoother. As soon as Taylor's like, I just want it smoother. See, the wig looks pretty good there.
No, it does not.
What are you talking about? It looks great. It looks like Jennifer Aniston.
Oh.
I thought you understood.
Not Jennifer Aniston. It looks like Anne Hathaway's hair.
I don't feel
What?
Okay, just cut this out.
Yeah, what?
That's how I feel.
You feel something else for me. You just won't admit it. So I'm not giving up. I'm gonna fight for you. Until your heart stops beating.
Well, then you're not gonna have to fight for long.
You're rushing into it because you're afraid you'll change your mind.
No, I'm not. I know what I want.
Everyone's always questioning her, you know?
Yeah, but Jesus, so would I. And apart from Edward's not. Edward's just said, like, listen, this is how it is.
Edward's not questioning? Are you kidding me?
He doesn't question her. He just tells her how it is.
Exactly, which is basically
not
always the
questioning,
opposite.
but he knows.
No, completely disregards any of her, like, you know, feelings or opinions.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't
Obviously,
listen.
you wouldn't. Why should you listen to some girl say she likes some other guy maybe more than you? It's like, well, if you don't leave me,
Well,
then.
no, that he listens to because that's something that he can easily kill himself about. But all the stuff that's like anything even remotely complimentary to him and like making everything easier and just being brave and jumping into something and being like, it's going to be okay. He's always like inserting all of these like fake pragmatic reasons that they can't do stuff.
Not
and
fake pragmatic reasons.
they are.
Edward,
If you ever touch her against her will again,
don't do this.
she's
here.
not
Don't-
sure what she wants.
Yes, she
He's
is.
angry.
Wait for her to say the words.
Fine.
Words.
You.
What? You.
See, like, this is the problem because I can read people's thoughts and stuff. Like, sometimes it just ends up looking like, you know.
Like you just know everything and you're like already resolved. to
Yeah, I
it.
know you're already resolved to the answer of the thing. So, like, and
Right.
then people are watching.
Like you're not listening.
Yeah, and then people are watching the movie and they're like, why is he not doing anything? And
Right.
it's like, because you wouldn't do anything.
I already know. I've already processed it. You missed it.
I'm just 5 steps ahead of the audience all the time.
Yeah, that would be annoying. This was always funny. I told David, he was like, you really need to play with him more. Like, you know, Emmett's really messing with you here. And I was like, yeah, no, totally. But it was just really funny because I've never dealt with Emmett. Like Bella, I've never actually had lines with Emmett. I don't have a way of dealing with him. I don't have a dynamic. Our relationship is undeveloped. and I was confused. I asked him for a line reading and he did it. And then if you ask him about it, he'll be like, yeah, no, I'll never do that again. Because it was really funny too, the way he said it. What was the line? Did you catch it? I've forgotten it. It's like,
He says, like, do you run and trip over your shoelace or something? Trip over your shoelace and chew and gum at the same.
he says like, no, punched a werewolf. And then he goes like, ooh, you're something about like a feisty newborn or something. And then I have to go like, you know, feisty enough. Not feisty, but like something enough to take you on. And he was like, oh, I can't even, I'll just stop there. The way he said it was like hilarious. Not in the funny way that you're going for though. This is all good stuff. Really, really good stuff.
I don't care how miserable your human life is.
My life is not miserable. It's not perfect. And nobody's life is perfect.
Mine was. Absolutely perfect. There were things I still wanted. To be married with a nice house and a husband to kiss me when he came.
So do vampires also wear additional makeup on top of their white skin?
Royce King was the most eligible.
Is that supposed to be how it is?
I've always wondered that, especially like with, like when Jane had like so much makeup on, because she couldn't have had that on her face when she was, you know.
The makeup stays when you touch a vampire.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Which
And
is
I don't
kind of-
think that they
this is
put
kind
it
of
on every
amazing.
morning either.
Hey, come over here.
Twilight is so into these scenes where, like, you know.
Into scenes like this, which are
There's always these scenes. There's one in the first one. There's like
what's the first one?
when those
Oh,
guys come on.
yeah,
There's always
yeah,
a
yeah,
bunch
yeah,
of
yeah.
guys. Like it's always like,
Threatening.
yeah, what is this about?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just like, I mean, it fits with the, you know, us humans are really fragile, and like the main character is a girl and all of that, and the fact that she's willing to subject herself to something like so sexually overpowering is like something that's actually, it's not just like cool and scary. It's actually sort of like not the smartest thing. Maybe that's what, you know what I mean? Maybe they're like reminding you that like this girl or whoever, like these, you know, it's like they're really actually very sensitive. So yeah, I don't know, whatever.
Saved Royce for last so we'd know I was coming.
Nikki's face in this is really great. It's really fun.
It's
like
really
this
good when
animation.
she no, yeah, that right there. It's really good. Yeah.
That's really scary.
I kept telling her, vampires don't cry, Nikki.
Is she crying?
She was getting like really, every time she's getting really close. I mean, I'm kidding. She totally could have done whatever, but.
I don't think they can cry.
Really?
Well, I think going through the logic of the book, I think they have a kind of storage of tears.
Sitting on a front porch somewhere,
And so maybe, I mean, there's a possibility, but there's a few tears left.
surrounded by our grandchildren. Their laughter.
I understand if that's what you want. There's nothing I'm ever gonna want more than Edward.
You're wrong again. After you've been changed, there's one thing you'll want more. One thing you'll kill for. Blood.